Right guys, welcome back to another video and let's talk about some football. I'm gonna be honest with you today, this is more of a rant video about my team again. If you don't know, I am a Leicester City fan. I don't really have much Leicester City stuff around, but I am a Leicester City fan. So today I just wanted to talk about the reports which are coming out about Fofana. And I know it was only recently that we actually spoke about this as well. However, I don't know. I've just been thinking about it a lot, and it's one of the topics which I wanted to make a video about, and one that to me is quite depressing. I'm going to be honest, as a Leicester City fan. So if you haven't heard the rumours, it seems as though Fofana is probably going to leave the club quite soon. It's not official. Fabrizio Romano hasn't said anything, but it's come from a numerous amount of sources that Chelsea have agreed personal terms for about £200,000 a week, and it will probably end up being around 85 million, which at the end of the day is a lot of money. And I get it, if you're Leicester, at a certain point you can't say no. But if I were to be honest, like, Fofana's my favourite player at Leicester, and ever since he started playing for Leicester, he's been my favourite player. I love Fofana so much, and to be fair to him, if it was his last game, it was class, to be fair, him going and showing support to the Leicester fans at the end of that Arsenal game, even though that was a horrible performance. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but that was a horrible performance, and I don't expect to see anything like that again. You know, it's just like, as a Leicester City fan, I'm used to it. Like, I'm used to these players leaving, but ever since I started getting back into basketball and stuff, it makes me sad. You know, I used to not really get attached to players after they'd all leave. Like, Kante was one of my favourite players. Mahrez was one of my favourite players. I didn't really like Danny Drinkwater, but he was there for a while, and I think I met him, so I think he's alright. I don't know. He seems like an alright guy. Like, there's so many players which have left. Kasper Schmeichel's now left, and it's just, like, so depressing. It's so depressing being a Leicester City fan. Like, I'm not sure what to say. Like, in basketball, obviously it's my football YouTube channel, but in basketball we have a thing where, like, not that many players leave to, like, quote-unquote big clubs or big organisations, because it's not like Manchester City or Chelsea's got all the money over a team like, I don't know, it's not like the Lakers are bullying, like, the Kings or something like that. Everyone's got, obviously some teams spend more than others, but teams don't really move for the money as much in basketball, and you usually can keep your, like, really good players if you really want to. And that makes me feel more attached to players who have stayed at the team. I love loyalty, and that's one of the major things for me, is like Schmeichel, Vardy, who else are we talking about? Like, even Andy King. Like, a lot of these players who show loyalty, I really respect it, and I really like them a lot. It's just depressing nowadays, losing, like, Fofana, my favourite player, who signed, like, a 5-year contract last season, till 2027 anyway, and now he's leaving, pretty much, going to be leaving a season later. Which is just like, does anyone else not find that depressing? How, like, obviously if you're a top 6 team, your players don't get taken. Like, no one's taking Saka from Arsenal, even when they were bad, no one's taking him. And to give him more money and stuff like that. And at that point, you can keep your best players. At a team like Leicester, we can't do that. And maybe things would have been different if we didn't bottle the 2 chances to get into the Champions League. Maybe that would have allowed us to keep these players and push on and keep spending the money required. It does feel slightly like a mess. I'm not being funny. We've signed a goalkeeper who I don't even know who he is. I'm not going to claim to know anything about this guy. He's like a veteran sort of guy who's meant to be alright for experience and stuff like that. I don't know whether he's going to play. Danny Ward has been horrendous. I know I said he's alright. He's been horrendous. If anyone saw that Arsenal game, he made some good saves, but that mistake when it went to 3-0, not 3-0, 3-1 or whatever it was, it made me like, oh my god, it's so depressing. Like, seeing him miss that catch and just completely drop the ball is like one of the worst things that I think I could have seen that day. Like, it's not good. Like, it's not good enough, man. It's not good enough. Like, I come from being a Leicester City fan when we were in the Championship and, like, League One. Like, I get it. I know what Leicester City are. I'm not one of the fans where it's like, oh, I expect us to be top 10 every season. But I'm not complaining about Leicester City's position. If we get, like, 14th this season, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm so angry. Because I've seen us in the Championship and, like, relegation battles. That's what I'm used to. But in some ways, I do think that it's just like, it's not the coming 14th and stuff that annoys me. It's like players just leaving for better teams. And I get it, when you're not like Man City and Liverpool and Manchester United, your players are going to leave to these bigger teams because that's where the money is, that's where the trophies are. But like, it just kills my love for football, man. If I have to watch Daniel Amati play at centre-back one more time this season, I don't think I can watch it. I genuinely don't. And I don't know if Soyuncu's got a move as well, because he's been on the bench and a lot of people are speculating that he might have a move as well. At this point, it's like half the team are up for moves now. It's like Maddison, Barnes, Vardy was up for a move a few weeks ago apparently. Fofana, Soyuncu, Schmeichel. That's like half the team is basically up for moves at this point. Tielemans. It's so depressing. And then the players which you'd want to get rid of are refusing to leave. Like Vestergaard is just refusing to leave after an £11 million bid. He said he just wants to stay. Why? Daniel Amati is getting picked over you. Like, do you not understand that Brendan Rodgers doesn't like you? Like, and then you've got players like Perez, who I don't think was ever good enough, really, and wasn't a very good signing whatsoever. You've got Samare, who wants to leave, hopefully. You've got Mendy, who's still there. Like, and Diddy is like literally the only one that I haven't heard in a transfer rumour, and he's usually always in the transfer rumours, which is basically like, oh, good. Pretty much our whole team is in transfer rumours. This season, it's basically been, and Diddy hasn't really been in transfer rumours, Johnny Evans hasn't been in transfer rumours, and some of our like fullbacks, like Ricardo Pereira, who's always injured. I haven't seen him play any games anymore. It's been like 2 seasons since he was fit, and I know it's not his fault, but he was one of my favourite players as well, and then he just keeps getting injured, injury after injury, and it's different injuries as well. I don't know what's going on. Like, I was a lot more passionate about this yesterday. I was a lot more angry when I was seeing like him saying goodbye to all the fans, because that's what did it. I didn't want to believe it until I saw that, but as soon as I saw him like go over by himself, saying like and clapping the fans by himself, I thought, yeah, this is done. This is done, and I'm just like, I'm here just like depressed again as a Leicester City fan, just like when we lost Kante, just like when we lost Mahrez, even Harry Maguire, even though he weren't that great, but he was alright. And then they act like they were never at the club, pretty much. And I'm still rooting for Kante, I'm still rooting for Mahrez, no matter what they did to the club, especially Mahrez sitting out as well. I still root for them. I still root for all the Leicester players and the ones that were Leicester players as well. I've always gone that, because that means a lot to me, is the players that played for my club. It's not really about team success, it's about the feeling the players give to me and how they make me feel. Because as football fans, we all have a story, we all have people we can connect with, and I feel like with your own players you can connect with them so well, and that's what makes football so great. You can connect with these people. And I love football so much, but it's just getting depressing. Like, every season, it's like, and I know that's the reality of these clubs, but we haven't had it for a few seasons. Obviously, we lost Ben Chilwell as well. Forgot about that. Like, it's just depressing. Because realistically, Tielemans is going to go as well, probably to Arsenal. You got Arsenal fans singing that chant, which fair play. I respect it a lot, to be fair. Chelsea fans probably going to get Fofana in. I think Maddison will stay. Yeah. Sorry if this one's a bit of a depressing one. It's just me coming back to the realisation of where we are, we're not a competing for Europe kind of team on the regular, and I see that. But damn, at least I can appreciate other people's football. Like, I can appreciate Chelsea. I can appreciate Man United when they actually play all right. Shout out to Man United losing 4-0 against Brentford. Good. Even we didn't do that. Good. I'm really happy that Brentford won against you and you were worse than we were, because I thought that was a depressing result when we got 2-2. Boys, it's not looking good. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. I'm sorry, this is a very depressing one, but I'm just going to try and keep it moving. I just wanted to air my thoughts on that situation that's going on right now. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It's not been a great start to the season for Leicester City, losing Schmeichel and then all these players as well, and these first 2 results as well. We'll get into it though in the weekly review we do on this channel. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you.